Welcome to today's What Will Move the Market show. I'm your host Prem. It's Tuesday, October 28th, 2025, and here is everything you need to know as the markets open for today. US markets closed at fresh record highs on Monday, with investors cheering easing US-China trade tensions ahead of a crucial Trump-Xi summit later this week. The Dow Jones Industrial Average advanced 337 points, or 0.71%, to close at 47,544. The S&P 500 surged 83 points, or 1.23%, to close at 6,875, crossing the 6,800 mark for the first time ever. The tech-heavy Nasdaq Composite led the rally, jumping 432 points, or 1.86%, to finish at 23,637. The market's bullish momentum was driven by optimism surrounding a potential US-China trade deal, with Treasury Secretary Scott Bessent announcing a substantial framework ahead of the Trump-Xi meeting scheduled for Thursday in South Korea. All seven Magnificent Seven tech stocks posted gains exceeding 1%, with Tesla, Alphabet, and Nvidia leading the charge. This week is absolutely packed with market-moving events. 5 of the Magnificent Seven are set to report earnings, with Alphabet, Microsoft, and Meta announcing results on Wednesday, followed by Apple and Amazon on Thursday. Additionally, the Federal Reserve's two-day policy meeting begins today, with markets pricing in a 98% probability of a 25 basis point rate cut on Wednesday. After-hours trading remained relatively stable, with futures inching slightly higher as investors positioned themselves for the critical week ahead. Indian ADRs delivered a mixed performance in overnight trading. Infy, HDFC, ICICI are down, but Reliance is in green. For Indian IT investors, this weakness comes despite positive cues from the broader tech sector rally on Wall Street, suggesting sector-specific concerns may be weighing on sentiment ahead of quarterly results. Asian markets are mixed this morning. Japan, after a strong Monday, is trading down by 0.4%. Hong Kong has opened positive. GIFT Nifty is currently trading at 26,062, up 46 points, or 0.18%, from the previous close of 26,016. This indicates a modest positive start for Indian markets today, with the index signaling cautious optimism ahead of the monthly F&O expiry session. All eyes are on Thursday's highly anticipated meeting between President Trump and Chinese President Xi Jinping in South Korea. After weeks of heightened tensions over rare earth export restrictions and tariff threats, both sides appear to be moving toward a framework agreement that could address rare earths, agricultural trade, and TikTok operations. A successful deal could provide significant relief to global markets and especially benefit tech companies reliant on Chinese supply chains. Domestic sentiment remains constructive. Foreign portfolio investors have turned net buyers this October, pumping in over 6,400 crore rupees into Indian equities so far this month, after 3 consecutive months of selling. This marks a significant shift in FII strategy as valuations become more attractive. On the corporate front, Reliance Industries gained 2.18% yesterday after announcing a joint AI venture with Meta Platforms, with both companies committing an initial investment of 855 crore rupees. India's IPO market continues its record-breaking run. So far this year, 111 IPOs have raised 2.18 lakh crore rupees, significantly higher than last year's 85 IPOs that raised just 86,000 crore. Today is the monthly F&O expiry, which typically brings heightened volatility. Traders should be cautious of wild swings as option positions get squared off. For Nifty 50, which closed yesterday at 25,966, the immediate resistance stands at 26,000, followed by 26,100, and the all-time high of 26,277. On the downside, strong support is visible at 25,900, backed by massive put writing, followed by 25,800 and 25,700. Bank Nifty, which settled at 58,196, faces immediate resistance at 58,224, with further targets at 58,456 and 58,600. Support levels are placed at 58,000, which has strong institutional backing, followed by 57,900 and 57,700. The bullish structure remains intact for both indices, with higher highs and higher lows on the daily charts. The RSI is at 71 for Nifty, indicating strong momentum, though slightly overbought conditions warrant caution. Crude oil remains weak, with WTI trading around $61.30 per barrel and Brent at approximately $65.60. Despite optimism around the potential US-China trade deal, Oversupply concerns continue to weigh on prices, with the IEA projecting the market to remain in surplus. Gold has witnessed a sharp correction, falling below $4,000 per ounce to trade around $4,028, down from recent record highs above $4,380. Silver has also tumbled, retreating to around $46.61 per ounce. The strong US dollar and easing safe haven demand as trade tensions cool are the primary drivers behind this precious metal sell-off. Given today's monthly expiry, expect heightened volatility with potential whipsaws in both directions. The bias remains bullish above 25,900 for Nifty and 58,000 for Bank Nifty. A decisive break above 26,000 could trigger a swift move toward 26,100 and beyond. However, exercise caution with position sizing and avoid aggressive averaging on expiry days. Stay nimble, stay disciplined, and remember, in expiry sessions, patience is your best friend. That's all for this morning's market update. Stay tuned for the evening wrap and send in your questions. I'm Prem, wishing you profitable trading today.